For more than 30 years, the Phoenix Sister Cities program has built friendships between Phoenicians and people from around the world through educational and cultural interactions. Former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower created the initiative as a way to promote peace and mutual understanding in the global community. And that's exactly what the Phoenix Youth Ambassadors Exchange Program sets forth to do.
I'm Cassie. And I'm Morgan. And we're in Ramat Gan, Israel, shooting our food segment.
This unique program gives Phoenix high school juniors and seniors the opportunity to travel abroad to one of Phoenix's 9 sister cities. For 3 weeks, they live with the native host family as they experience diverse cultures and develop international relationships. For the lucky students, it's the trip of a lifetime.
It's the greatest experience I've had in my 17-year life, and you know, the friends that I made, I wouldn't have traded this experience for the world. Stuff you don't normally do on a typical summer. We just pounded a lot into 3 weeks, and it was just amazing, and got to meet all these great, wonderful kids all around the world and made many international friendships, which I hope to visit again someday.
John McDonald, a senior at Brophy College Preparatory, had the chance to visit Prague in the Czech Republic. In 1991, the city of Phoenix signed a capital city agreement with Prague, Czech Republic, an agreement that would allow the two capitals to partner and work together on international endeavors.
There's kind of like this garden that goes up to Prague Castle, and then when you finally get to the castle, it kind of like, it's that almost the highest part of the city, and you get a really great view. The castle's kind of hidden. You notice the cathedral, then there's like kind of newer buildings that surround it, and you kind of have to look for the actual castle features, and there's a shooting tower.
So this castle behind us, Prague Castle, is the biggest castle in the world, and it's a symbol for Prague.
Sometimes they have paintings that, you know, cover up entire walls. They have statues. That's the thing. There's so many statues in Prague that, you know, we don't here have in Phoenix. Yeah, that's Charles Bridge. It's just open for pedestrians. Now it's like it's lined up with all these people trying to sell stuff.
My favorite place would have to be Liofo Village. It was a theme park, kind of an amusement park, a knockoff of Disneyland, and it took about an hour and a half to get there, and it was just really fun to go on the rides.
Well, we went to these things called night markets a lot.
Yeah.
And they're these like markets that are open 24/7, and they have like a whole bunch of different food and other stuff. Everyone was really, really polite, and we'd be like walking down the street and people would just come up and give us their business card and be like, "Welcome to Taiwan." They were really, really accepting and kind to us, and it was very humbling.
I'm Cassie. And I'm Morgan. And we're in Ramat Gan, Israel, shooting our food segment.
The food was delicious. My favorite was the falafel. Tons of falafel stands that you could go to. The Twins falafel is a pretty big deal in Ramat Gan. It's two twin brothers that are pretty famous in the area, and they've had this falafel stand for quite a long time, and it's really good falafel. And this is how they make the falafel, the little balls shooting out of the falafel maker. It's pretty intricate. It's quite a few steps to make it.
Yum! Another satisfied customer.
This is Haim, Noah's dad, and when I was there staying with the Noys, and when Morgan would come over, we would always have chicken schnitzel.
Yeah, schnitzel a day, keep the doctor away.
And it's Israeli schnitzel that he's making, and it was super good.
This is the scene after a devastating earthquake shook the Sichuan province of China. Buildings were destroyed and several were left homeless after officials registered this the deadliest earthquake to hit China since 1976.
May 2008, there was a huge earthquake that hit the Sichuan province in western China, and it devastated many cities, one of them being Chengdu, where many refugees went. There's debris everywhere. There was buildings that came down. There was people trying to clean up. There was tents, people sleeping in tents. The posters were really cool because it kind of showed the unity that the Chinese people were trying to bring together and trying to help one of their cities just recover from such a devastating earthquake. And it was a picture of two hands coming together, and it said in Chinese, "Keep strong, China." And it was really inspiring because it was so much devastation, yet they still kept leveled heads and they could really just push through it all.
What amazed me was that here in America we have buildings built, around 1800, and we're like, that's old. But there, they have temples and shrines that were built in the 700s. That just blows me away, that they're still standing this day and they're in such pristine condition. And Himeji Castle is beautiful. They call it the White Heron Castle because it's located up on a hill, and it resembles the bird and the white heron overlooking the city. The architecture was just amazing, It was designed to prevent samurai attacks, because it was around the time of the shogun and the samurai.
They had some medieval architecture, like the main cathedral there was medieval, and so that was kind of interesting to see because I'd never seen anything like that before.
Grenoble, just the city itself, it's in the Alps, and my family, their house was in the Alps. And so every morning when I woke up, it was kind of like being in the Sound of Music.
I like how you're able to walk everywhere. Because everywhere, you really didn't need a car, because where I stayed with my host family, it was about maybe a 10-minute walk away from downtown.
I loved France. I loved all the people I met, and I was really surprised because a lot of people have the stereotypes of the French people being kind of snooty and, a little unfriendly, but I found everybody I met to be very welcoming and very nice and cordial.